So I'm Jean Glasberg. I'm the chair of Newnham Croft Residents Association, and I'm also vice chair of the South Newnham Neighbourhood Forum. The Greater Cambridge Partnership is funding residents' parking schemes which will be rolled out across the city to address the major problems that we face of congestion and air pollution, as well as to make life easier for residents who at present find it impossible to park in their own streets or neighbourhood even. Residents in Newnham do support residents' parking on the whole, but our major concern at the moment is with the signage, which is being recommended actually by the officers for the scheme, which is 90 signs, most of them on poles, throughout the Newnham Croft conservation area. This is total overkill. Obviously it would be very, very detrimental to the conservation area, and it would also be a major hazard for elderly people and people with disabilities, because our pavements here are very narrow and it's already quite difficult with bikes and parked and bins along here. What we would really like is for the officers to go back and reconsider their proposals, because we could have what is called a parking permit area in the conservation area. This is what's been requested by the City Council's conservation officer, and it would require far less signage, just signs at the entrance basically. Newnham Croft is suitable for this because it's, according to the Department for Transport guidance, it's a small network. It's of streets with no through roads, and also in an environmentally sensitive area. This would really then only require signs at the entrance and minimal repeater signs. So it would be a lot cheaper, and it would be environmentally a lot better, and it would also provide much better access for people in our area. Over 129 objections were received, which will go to the meeting next week, and most of them were about the signage. And 329 people have signed a petition asking for, if it is approved at the meeting next week, that it should be implemented as a parking permit area, and that was in the space of a few days. The joint City-County Committee will be meeting next week, next Tuesday, to discuss these proposals at the Shire Hall at 4:30. What happens next week is important, not just for Newnham, but for the city as a whole, because this is one of the first schemes, but all other areas due to be rolled out over the next few months. Whatever happens here is going to happen in the rest of the city, and if this do maximum approach with signage happens, then the whole of the city is going to be a forest of poles. Is that really what people want?